They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to run now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Thomas has got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Winston. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and some big butt attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. Got an open man. It's Lg. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Kamara, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Second down and goal. Winston. That is caught by Lg. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion right is Watkins. Mayfield off the play fake. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
On 2nd and 7, Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a throw here to his running back.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. We'll see how this one continues.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The slot man in motion right. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Winston now. Throwing it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. Down the left sideline. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return. And an Eagle touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down throw for Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion right is Smith. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Play fake. Mayfield.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith
from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. 4th down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he works free.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jameis now on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mayfield slow here, take it in as he's able to find Goddard.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down. In motion right is Watkins. Mayfield on play action.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Finding room at midfield.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First down, Mayfield. Towards the end zone for Brown.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
And they'll turn to Kamara.
But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And Incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A give running left. It's Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Another run with Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Philadelphia, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to